Well, first, welcome and thank you for an invitation to address you today. My name is Mark Anson. I'm the Chief Investment Officer for the Common Fund based in the United States with offices in New York, San Francisco, London, and Beijing. So we invest on a global basis. There's three things I'd like to talk about today very briefly. What are the three principles upon which the Common Fund builds institutional quality portfolios? The first is we believe in an equity bias, a bias both to the public equity markets as well as private equity. And it's through the equity markets that you can get access to the long-term macroeconomic growth. Typically that translates through the earnings and cash flows of corporations that are part of the global growth regime, not only in the United States and Japan, but around the world. That's our first principle. The second principle we believe in is the liquidity premium, the premium you get for investing in private capital. Private capital includes private equity, venture capital, real estate, and private credit, sometimes known as direct lending. We, in fact, at the Common Fund measure and track the amount of liquidity premium that you earn for investing in illiquid asset classes. And for our clients who need to earn the inflation rate plus 5%, or in some cases even 6%, they need to invest in illiquid assets for the long-term growth of their portfolio to achieve that inflation plus 5% rate of return. The third principle we believe in is diversification. Now, diversification has become much harder, much more difficult to apply nowadays because we live in a global economy. As a result, financial markets, Japan versus the United States, versus the United Kingdom, versus the Eurozone, even versus China, are becoming much more integrated. So it's harder and harder to find the diversification you need. And so we work very hard to find new asset classes, new investment ideas for our clients to ensure that those portfolios remain fully diversified. So again, as a summary, at the Common Fund, we believe in three key principles of investing. The first is an equity bias, to be able to tie into the long-term macroeconomic growth of the global economy. The second principle is investing in private capital, that's private equity, venture capital, real estate, and private credit to earn the liquidity premium for long-term investors. And the third principle is diversification. And as the world starts to shrink, because we become much more global and much more integrated, you have to work even harder today to find the best diversification for portfolios. Again, thank you for the time for listening to me, and I hope at some point in time I might be able to meet you in person. Thank you.